Most dating advice suggests that a woman's behavior is a mystery that requires a specialized lens to understand. The source material lists 8 behaviors, from her remembering obscure details to the way her friends react when you walk in, and claims that spotting 3 of them proves she wants you to notice her. For someone prone to overanalysis, having a checklist of 8 specific behaviors provides a sense of security. This security is often a distraction. These checklists are frequently used as a way to delay taking any real social risk. Searching for total certainty is a psychological trap. It leads to a state of paralysis, where you wait for a perfect green light while the actual opportunity slowly expires. The true risk in dating is the prolonged, creeping cost of a missed opportunity. This cycle starts with an observation, leads to analysis, and ends demanding more proof. Each loop consumes energy and stalls the relationship while you wait for definitive data. While evaluating micro-expressions, the window for connection closes because someone else takes action. To avoid this, we have to identify the minimum amount of behavioral data needed to justify a move. This framework measures the reliability of a signal against the effort required to observe it. Category 1 includes low-fidelity proximity cues, physical closeness, fidgeting, and changes in appearance. These behaviors are easy to spot and provide immediate data about someone's general comfort level. However, these behaviors frequently overlap with baseline friendliness, general social anxiety, or mere coincidence. Mistaking these common social behaviors for romantic interest is a frequent error for the oblivious pragmatic. Treating low-fidelity cues as definitive proof creates a risk of false positives, which can lead to awkward social interactions. Category 2 covers high-friction engagement cues, which require you to actively test the social dynamic. This includes playful teasing and navigating inconsistent text response times. Participating in these dynamics helps establish rapport and reveals how someone handles tension. The downside is that monitoring these push-pull dynamics requires significant emotional bandwidth and time. Overanalyzing the timing of a text response often leads to a defensive withdrawal, which kills the momentum of the interaction. Focusing too much on these high-friction cues often results in a prolonged talking stage that never reaches a resolution. The most reliable indicators are Category 3, high-fidelity social cues. These include retaining obscure personal details, obvious shifts in her friend's behavior, and displays of jealousy. These sit at the top of the reliability scale, but require the most time and effort to observe. Because these behaviors require active mental investment or involve a social circus consensus, they are the strongest indicators of interest. The trade-off is waiting for these indicators to appear naturally takes time you may not have. If you wait for this certainty, you risk appearing disinterested and losing the opportunity entirely. Use these 8 behaviors as a framework for assessing social risk, rather than a replacement for direct communication. This action threshold assigns values based on reliability. High-fidelity signals involve external validation or deep memory, making them far less likely to be coincidences. A threshold of 4 points marks the moment a pattern of behavior becomes more likely than a string of random events. If you tend to overanalyze, stop looking for 100% certainty and use this scorecard to trigger a decision. When you observe one high-fidelity behavior and just one low-fidelity signal, the scorecard reaches the threshold to stop observing. Past this point, gathering more data provides diminishing returns. The most efficient move is to ask her out and get a definitive answer. For those who often misread friendly cues, the rule is simple. Never act on low-fidelity signals alone. You need at least one high-tier behavior, like her friend's reaction to you, to justify risking the social dynamic, especially in a professional setting. Gather enough data to justify the social cost of taking action. Stop watching the indicators and start asking the question.